Hello, everyone. My name is Pat Herberger, and I'm with LegalShield and IDShield. And today I'm going to talk about two benefits that you have available to you. And I'm going to hide my video panel so you can see the full screen for today. And those two programs are legal and identity theft benefits for your financial health and wellness. So what we do is we make life easier for you to manage, save you time, save you money, give you access to trusted advisors through our attorneys and ID specialists, and then help you sleep better at night. So ask yourself a few questions. Have you ever purchased a home, dealt with a civil dispute or divorce, thought about asking a legal question, had a will prepared, received a traffic ticket, signed a contract, had a problem with a contractor, or lately maybe you had difficulty collecting child support, or maybe you had a canceled vacation, you can't get your money back, your deposit back, or a canceled summer camp for your child. These are all issues where if you used an attorney, you might have a better outcome just going it alone. But a lot of times we don't use attorneys because of the cost, but we want to give you access to attorneys. So we call our legal plan the Life Happens Legal Plan. LegalShield gives you the ability to talk to a lawyer on any personal legal matter without worrying about high hourly costs. For one flat fee, you can access legal advice no matter how traumatic or trivial the issue. LegalShield exists to provide equal access to the liberty, equality, opportunity, and justice that every human deserves and expects. So we protect your property rights, homeowner rights, gun rights, spousal rights, parental rights, tenant rights, consumer protection rights, and more. So let's talk about who's covered on the legal plan in New York. The member spouse or domestic partner, never married children under the age of 21 living at home, including full-time college students under the age of 23, dependent children under the age of 18 that you're legal guardian for, and physically or mentally disabled children living at home are covered for life. So here's a picture of our app. You can tap the button, call my law firm. Just tap, call, and get equal access. You get personal legal advice on an unlimited number of issues. So we've used it to get a refund when I was overcharged for a car repair, got advice on handling car accidents. They reviewed home improvement contracts for us before we signed them, represented us in court for a traffic ticket, did our house closings, got our estate documents prepared. So I tell people your attorney's going to let you know if you're on solid ground, shaky ground, or if you have no grounds for an issue that you're calling them about, so you don't have to wonder. They also will write letters and make phone calls on your behalf to a third party, 3 every year. They also review contracts and documents. Up to 10 pages is allowed for each contract and document. So when I had the situation when I was overcharged for the car repair, I called the law firm. They told me what to say, and they said if you won't get your money back, they don't want to give you the difference that they overcharged you, give us a call, and we'll write a letter and make a phone call on your behalf. There was also a family one time that didn't have air conditioning in their apartment for 3 weeks. They had 5 kids. It was the middle of summer. Landlord wasn't doing anything. So the family called LegalShield. The attorney called the landlord. 24 hours later, their air conditioning was fixed. So I can tell you many, many stories of how people have successfully used our program. You can also submit a document for review right on the app. Just tap the button and take a picture of it. A very important part of the plan is that lawyers prepare yours and your spouse's or domestic partner's will, living will, healthcare proxy, and power of attorney. Maybe we haven't gotten these documents updated in the past because of the cost. Well, they're included for free with your membership, and they're updated every year for free with your membership. And 3 of these documents are used when you're alive: the living will, the healthcare proxy, and the power of attorney. So very important. Consider this. Say you had to go into the hospital. Maybe it was just routine surgery of some sort, but then things happened. Things got complicated. You were there longer than you thought, and now your bills are coming due. Your cell phone, your rent, your mortgage, your car payment, and you're not home to pay them. Well, that's where a power of attorney can come into play. So you have someone designated to do that for you. And I say to people, don't put your family's fate in the hands of New York State. New York has a default will if you don't have one, but chances are you may not like it. And if you have minor children under the age of 18 and you don't have a will designating who should take care of those children, if something were to happen to you, the state will make that decision, and it'll go to court. And you don't want to leave your situation like that. You want to make those types of decisions for your family. Then we have the traffic ticket part of the plan. My family has tested this part of the plan and it does work. So consider this. How do you feel when you get pulled over? You know, your heart starts racing. You're thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to tell my spouse? What's the fine going to be? How many points are going to be on my insurance? Will my insurance go up? Well, you can relax. On the app, just tap the app and submit a ticket right on the app. Even before you leave the scene, take a picture of it. You'll get a consultation within 4 to 8 business hours with the law firm, and they'll talk to you about representing you in court anywhere in the country. We have close to 6,000 attorneys in our network. So when you're driving legally, there's just a $25 copay per ticket. What do I mean by legally? It means licensed, registered, insured, and sober. And there is a 15-day waiting period before this only $25 copay comes into play. Now, if it's before the 15 days or you're not driving legally, we do have a 25% discount that covers that. But if anybody has teenage drivers at home or they drive like a teenager, this is a great part of the plan. You also get access to free legal forms on your LegalShield app. Maybe you have an Airbnb, maybe you have a nanny, maybe your college son or daughter has a roommate, maybe you buy and sell things online, maybe you have a renter, maybe you lend something to someone and you want it in writing, or you've loaned somebody some money. Or maybe you're a musician on the side on the weekends or a DJ. Lots of forms. All you have to do is fill in the blanks and have people sign them. We also handle contingency cases. So if you're the victim of an auto accident or other personal injury, talk to the provider law firm about representing you on a contingency basis, which means you don't pay an hourly rate. They just get a percentage of whatever the settlement is. And our attorneys take less of a percentage. Their maximum is up to 25% versus typically attorneys take a third of the settlement. Then we have our 25% members only discount. If your situation isn't covered elsewhere in the plan, you're going to still be covered with a 25% members only discount for pre-existing personal legal matters, bankruptcy, divorce, child support, child custody, adoption, defense of a lawsuit, DUI, DWI charges, house closings, estate settlement, etc. We also have 24/7 emergency access on the app. This red bar down here says emergency legal access. So if your rights, freedoms, or liberties are being denied or threatened, you have the right to speak to an emergency access lawyer. Maybe you're injured in an accident or arrested or detained, or if you're being served with a warrant, or if the authorities are attempting to remove your children from your custody. We do everything we can to have an attorney on the phone in 15 minutes or less. And we say 15 minutes or less. If the attorney's not tied up, you'll get on the phone with them immediately. The intake person will transfer you over. So if you ever think maybe you could be in the right place, but at the wrong time, or you have teenagers, college students, all you have to do is tap the app. And this is a card. If you do sign up for the LegalShield plan, I'm going to send you ID cards. This is about the size of a credit card, fits in your wallet, and the back of it has the phone number on it. And then these are key tags, and the back has the phone number. So I'll mail those out to you. So with LegalShield saved our members over $20 million last year. And over the course of the last 3 years, $75 million. So we give you the legal muscle to deal with issues facing you and your family. We work every day to simplify your life so you can worry less and live more. And we help you at every stage of your life. Maybe you're single, or maybe now you're getting married, or maybe now you're buying a home, now you're having a baby, now you've got teenagers, maybe a spouse is an entrepreneur. And then we have, end of life and elder care situations that we address as well. And typically, lawyer charges $200, maybe to $250 an hour. But with your plan for less than $200 per year, you're getting access to all of these services. The next plan is our identity theft plan. We say don't become an ID theft statistic. Identity theft has been one of the top consumer complaints filed with the Federal Trade Commission for 16 years straight. Victims are spending an exorbitant amount of time and money dealing with it. The criminals are getting smarter. Breaches happen too often, and we're in dozens of digital databases. Have you ever shopped online? Are your kids online? Now that with school, they're all online. Everyone's concerned about that. Or if you have an Alexa or Google Home, they're listening to everything we say. And these are some of the scams and fraud warnings that have just been related to COVID. Testing scams, fake tests they're getting people to buy, fake treatments, fake providers, fake supplies, phishing emails, fake charities, mobile app scams, investment scams. Americans have lost close to $100 million just since March in fraud related to COVID-19, according to the Federal Trade Commission. And there's a connection between legal services needed for ID theft. 70% of identity theft situations have legal implications, and this is why many people get the combo of the legal plan and the identity theft plan together. So there's such a thing as criminal identity theft, medical identity theft, driver's license, financial, credit, social security, and synthetic. So for example, say you were in a traffic stop, you got pulled over, and the police officer runs your license and registration, then they come back to your window and say, well, you know what? I have to take you to the police station. You're under arrest. You have an outstanding warrant. What do? Or maybe somebody has a duplicate driver's license with your driver's license number and your address and your name. They go commit a crime, and they have just so happen to drop your driver's license, which is, a fake driver's license, but the police don't know that when they committed the crime. So the police are looking for you. So we have such a competitive and complete coverage that we won an award, 2020 Cybersecurity Award. Nobody offers a more comprehensive plan than we do. And I found this article. It had information about the impact on victims of identity theft. These are people that didn't have a plan like this to help them. 26% of people had to borrow money from family or friends. 22% took time off of work. 15% sold possessions to pay for expenses. 66% experienced fear regarding their personal financial security. 75% reported they were severely distressed. And 7% even reported feeling suicidal. We can get back. There we go. So who's covered under the Family IDShield plan? The member's spouse or domestic partner, up to 10 minor dependents up to the age of 18. And dependent coverage for children between the ages of 18 and 26 was added a few years ago for consultation and restoration. So they can call our identity theft consultants and get some advice and counseling. And if they do become a victim of identity theft, they do get free restoration. And we have an app for the identity theft plan. So here you get your alerts to review. Your credit score will show right here in the middle, and you can click on this arrow and see the history of your credit score. And here's the green button to call IDShield support. So if you do become a victim of identity theft, you get one-on-one relationship with a licensed private investigator. They're going to send you a limited power of attorney to alleviate the burden on you so you can go back to work, and they're going to do the bulk of the restoration and investigation. They're going to try to find the person who did it. And you also get 24/7 access to them. So we monitor what matters, real-time monitoring. We monitor the dark web, the deep web, social media, all kinds of things. Because only 15 to 18% of identity theft is caught through credit monitoring alone. So we expanded our monitoring. So in some cases, we monitor up to 10 different data points. So for phone numbers, bank account numbers, retail credit card numbers, major credit card numbers, medical ID numbers, investment account numbers, username and password. We monitor a whole lot of information to see if it's up for sale on the dark web. If we find it there, we're going to send you an alert. We also have privacy and reputation management services. So you can get advice and consultation on any of these things, on your reputation, social media privacy. What we're going to do is monitor your social media. You give us the accounts. We're going to look to see if maybe you're posting something that could put you at risk of identity theft, or maybe someone hacked your account and took it over, and now they're posting things that could hurt your reputation. You also have access to anti-bullying consultation. Maybe your child is getting cyberbullied. We've partnered with a company to help parents with that. Voice assistant privacy. How do I keep Alexa from hearing everything I'm saying? How do I get my information off these data broker sites? How do I maintain my privacy if I have a smart TV? What are some recommendations for password privacy, browser privacy, so people aren't following everywhere I'm going on the internet? And we found that cyber crooks are targeting 401k retirement accounts. Somebody with nearly $200,000 in their retirement account discovered it had been drained. A woman with $80,000 in a retirement account checked your account, and only $8,000 remained. So what you get is complete identity restoration. You're going to get quick access to an investigator via the mobile app, $1 million insurance policy. Say you were, they thought that you had committed a crime in Kentucky or California or someplace and you had to travel. This $1 million of insurance helps you with lost wages, travel expenses, elder care, child care, or more. or if you are not able to get back money that was drained from a 401k account or HSA account, we're going to reimburse you for what you've lost. And anyone who becomes a member of either the legal or the identity theft plan has access to a member perks account at no charge. You get access to over 400 companies. They say the average monthly savings is $49. I just saved $39 the other night at Office Max and Office Depot. Also, there's Verizon, there's cell phones, there's all kinds of different companies that you can access. I always tell people to check member perks, see if there's something there that maybe you were going to purchase and you can get a discount. There's a lot of health and wellness things there. You can buy electric toothbrushes, contact lenses, gym memberships, hearing aids, Fitbits, Invisalign braces, food delivery services, pet insurance, pet supplies, advanced auto parts, clothing, cars, flowers, candy, all kinds of things that you can buy. And I encourage people to take a look because this is a great way to offset the cost of your coverage using member perks. I save more using my member perks every month than it costs me for my membership. So the next steps, if you were given an online website enrollment location, a website, and it would be on the enrollment flyer, you can enroll that way. Or if a paper application was sent with this presentation, please complete the paper application and return it to the designated person at your company who is collecting them. So you can take a picture of this page. This is my contact information, my cell phone number. You can text or call me, or you can email me at that email address. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have about the coverage or member perks or how to access the accounts. Anyone who does become a member, you're going to get a welcome email from LegalShield that will have a link to your will questionnaire that you can fill out. And I will also send you some additional information. So thank you very much.